Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a different video, but this is my life unfiltered, and I figured why not, when I was feeling like shit, let you guys know what it's like having or experiencing a flare-up. Now, everybody flares up differently. You can flare up from different kinds of autoimmune diseases, and it's so hard to explain because you can't see the sickness. Well, with my face, I'm pretty sure I look kind of really bad, but it's totally fine because this is my life. Like, these happen, and if you don't want to see or listen to the crazy parts, I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, like I was saying, flare-ups are really scary, and to me, I feel like the more I've experienced them, the more I have a better understanding of how they go, trying to stay out of the ER. And let me just dive right in as to what used to happen compared to what it's like now, what I'm going through now. So, oh, by the way, I'm wearing my brother's t-shirt. It's absolutely humongous, but I miss him, and there's that. Okay, so normally when I flare up, I get so sick to the point where my stomach just starts cramping. And girls, I'm not talking about like regular cramps. I'm talking about like probably like double that. So that type of cramping, I get really, really nauseous to the point where I'm vomiting. And I'm vomiting so much that at that point, it'll get as bad to, what was I saying? Sorry, I heard a sound and it made, okay. This is literally my life, trying to gather my thoughts. It's not really working out, but okay, we're gonna go with it. So, when that happens, I keep vomiting to the point where I can't keep anything down, to the point where the only thing that I'm vomiting, I'm sorry TMI, but this is my life. The only thing that I'm vomiting is my stomach acid and blood, and it's not a copious amount of blood. It's because, and this is what I figured out from what the doctors were telling me when I would go to the ER, is that I would tear my esophagus, and like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And that's why the blood that there's like nothing left. So that's that. And then normally it gets so bad, obviously I can't control it myself, so we go to the ER. Go to the ER, and I would normally get admitted, and I don't think I've ever had to share my own room or my room with someone. Luckily, my mom works in a hospital, and that whole process has always been a little bit better for me in my aspect for my like autoimmune disease, because she is familiar with everyone that works there, and they know like, okay, I'm not making this up, it's not in my head, like I'm really freaking sick, I'm dying, like I literally feel like I'm dying because my body is so weak. Like, I'm not getting any nutrients in, and everything I'm trying to put in my body is just coming back out. So it's like impossible to, get that nutrition in when you can't keep it down. So, and the bad thing for me is I can flare it from just being stressed out, from people giving me their stress, or people, like if I'm dealing with a lot of stress, my body just can't handle it. It's just like, nope, we're done. Like, we need time to just calm down, and it kind of really sucks. So that happens. I get admitted normally around a week, and they start me on a liquid diet. They give me fluids through IV. They give me pain medicine and nausea medicine to manage the pain and help the symptoms, because it's not treatable. So all they can do is help your symptoms and just kind of like write it out, and that's just exactly what it is. Normal time I'm out when it's really bad is like a month. I think last year or 2 years ago it was like a month, and then I go on steroids, which is not like, oh, I'm buff steroids. They're like they are like a different kind of medicine steroids. I don't know how to, I'm just gonna say prednisone. So I go on that, and that is so bad. Like, it, oh my gosh, if you guys know what prednisone is and what it does to you, it's just horrific. So anyways, back to hospital stay. Sorry. So normally it's like a week stay. They give me the medicine, and that's like continuous. And then I go on a liquid diet, and then once I start being able to keep that down, we move on to, like, you know, non-acidic, like basic foods, like with no seasoning, like let's just say like oatmeal and white rice, and that's basically it. And see if I, like, a little bit, see if I could keep it down. And normally we just go through the process of like from liquids to like foods to like bland foods to like more, you know, regular foods, and it just goes like a cycle. And then if I hit a speed bump is when I'm vomiting again, and then it kind of repeats itself. But honestly, that hasn't happened. Normally it'll be fine. Like, I take my time. Normally I'm crashed out, like I am resting, like I am out. I remember this one hospital stay, my mom kept trying to visit me, and every time she came I was sleeping, and she would leave these notes like, hey, I came by but you were sleeping, blah blah blah. And then the next day it was like, hey, I came by again and you were sleeping again. But my body's just beat, and it needs that rest to go back to the normal functioning of it. And I don't know why this is, like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I feel like, and that's why I'm so into like psychology and figuring stuff out like that, and educating myself on it, because I want to figure out why I am the way I am. And sometimes there's really no reason, and who's to know? I don't know. But anyways, so that's normally how it goes. And then after that, it's just a mess. So this time I'm flaring. I knew I was flaring before I went to Vegas, and I was supposed to be putting out a Thanksgiving video for you guys, and that didn't happen just because I don't feel like editing it right now. I'm not in the mood for anything, to do anything. I just like literally can't function. And so I thought I would make a video about what it's like when I flare up, to give you guys a better understanding of what I go through, because it is miserable and it is my real life. Like, this, you can't make it up. Like, this is really what I go through at least once a year. So this year it was kind of better. I'm getting better at knowing that I'm flaring up. So I'm like, I take my steps, like, hey, you're stressing me out, like I can't talk to you right now, like, hey, like I'm starting to flare, like I've hit my limit and I can't handle anymore. So people kind of like back off with their problems and stuff. So that happened this time. I ended up going to Vegas. I had it for Thanksgiving with my dad. I had an amazing time, and that video will be out, I promise you, just not right now. And so where was I at? Oh yeah, so all that happens. This time it was different. I knew I was flaring. This vacation was coming up, and the vacation helped me, just like brought me back to me. And then it came back, and I think my body, with all the stress and all these other things going on, it just shut down. And so these past couple days since I've been back, like, I've been like down and out. You can tell by my voice that I am just not having any type of anything right now. I'm trying to just push a lot of vitamins and healthy food in my body, and that's basically it. Today's one of the like days where I'm starting to feel like a little bit better. I mean, well enough to like make this video, but not like well enough to like look like a decent human being. So whatever. And this time, so like I was saying, it's a little bit different just because I noticed what was going on with my body. I took those steps, like started taking my vitamins, which I should have never stopped, but there's that. And so this time I have just been taking my time sleeping. Like, I will literally wake up, eat, and then be like, okay, I'm ready for like a nap, like, and it'll be 9 in the morning. But this is what happens with an autoimmune disease. Like, it just, this is the life, and it's not anything you could really plan for or be prepared with. But the one good thing I could say that does come out of it is you realize, and it weeds out the people that are in your life for the wrong reasons, for bad intentions, who aren't a good person, don't have a good soul, aren't a genuine person, and the people who are, and the people who genuinely love you and are there for you, asking you how you're doing, asking you if you need anything. And of course, I'm never gonna be like, yeah, bring me this, bring me that. Like, I'm doing my best here, but sometimes, like, I'm like, yeah, that would be great if you brought me food, because I would rather not try to make myself something right now, because I feel like complete shit. So there's that. This time, my nausea has been so bad. I've been taking constant ginger pills and nausea pills. And just every time I feel nauseous, I just like do this, a lot of ginger, a lot of ginger, a lot of ginger. For those who don't know, it helps with nausea. So, I mean, ladies, if you get pregnant or something, you're gonna want some ginger pills. And just kind of like being healthy, not really talking to anybody, kind of like doing my own thing, relaxing, sleeping it off. I've just been sleeping, and that's just what my body needs right now. And a lot of people don't really understand what it's like, but it's like, seriously, I get to the point where I remember one time before, like right when I was newly diagnosed with like celiacs and stuff like that, I was to a point where I was like 80 something pounds. Like, I was tiny, 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 because I could not keep anything down. And it's scary, and this is real life. And the worst part about a flare-up is you knowing that it's coming, and instead of trying to keep your stress down, it increases, because you don't want to flare up and you're stressed about flaring up, because it takes such a long time to get back to being a normal, decent human being, whatever you want to call you guys. Like, I don't think, whatever. Not even gonna get into that. That's another video. But that's basically what it's like, flaring up. It sucks, and it's also heartbreaking to see the people who you thought were genuine, the people you thought were down for you, and they disappear or whatever. And it's just like, seriously, like, I'm sick. This is not something I chose. This is not something that I wanted in my life, but this is the cards that were dealt to me, and it's out of my control. And it just kind of makes me like disgusted in like what humans have been like. Social media makes it so quick to like go and find another person, rather than like working out the problems, or like, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just so grateful for the people who never gave up on me, and who have always been there for me through all these autoimmune crazy flare-ups, because they're no fun and they're really tough. And yeah, I'm thankful that I have some really, really loving people in my life. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all this video was. Let me see. I don't know when that video is gonna come out. I really can't tell you guys. I feel like there's a lot of short clips in it, so I want to like explain like, oh, this is from that, this is from that, and do like a talk through with all the videos that I've collected, because it's not like one full lengthy one. They're just like of the funny parts, I guess. And I want to put more work into that one, just because it was Thanksgiving, and I want to make it like a little decent compared to these shitty ass quality weak ass videos. Sorry for the cursing. It happens. I'm a real life human being. What do you want me to say? So that's about it. I will update you, or updates will be going on my Snap. If you don't have my Snap, it's in the link down below. So there's that. Have fun, live your life. And that's all I have to say. But at least I got you guys a video this week, and it's at the beginning of the week. So see, you know what? You don't have any excuses to, like, never let anything you want to do, never let your mood or anything get in the way of what you want to do. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to tell my story, like, with the good parts, the bad parts, the ugly parts. Like, this is not fun, but this is, like, it gets real rough. Like, this, you can't make it up, and, like, I can't change it for the world. And, like, eventually I will have someone who's just, like, understanding for that, and that's great. And my family's just been great about it. But they still don't have like an understanding of what it's like, because nobody has gone through this. No one in my family has this autoimmune disease as far as I know, and so it's difficult to understand what you, or difficult to like understand something that you don't have, or that you can't see. You know, you could see a broken bone and you're like, ah, that hurts, but you can't see like cancer in my small intestines, God forbid. But it's just like, it's hard to explain. But anyways, I hope that you guys learned something from this, and you guys see that my life is not all rainbows and butterflies and cupcakes. Like, it gets really bad sometimes, and that's why I do enjoy like when it's good, and I like to smile and laugh, because I know what it's like to be down and out. I know what it's like to be like super sick and not have, you know, anyone there for you, or people that you thought were your friends or whatever just leave. And in the worst time too, it sucks. And I don't know, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys are doing good, and that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.